Hi there, it's Linda. Today I wanted to talk about something that's really important in building your organization. And it starts really with your testimonial, your story, your experience. Whenever we're trying to share our venture, our enthusiasm with anybody, one of the things that we have to rely on is our own personal experience. Sometimes we've had a phenomenal product experience and we want to share that with somebody else to help open the door and see if there's any interest. Sometimes we've had what I call a business experience where you created income quickly and you were surprised by that maybe, or you set a goal to create an income and you exceeded that. And so you want to share your business testimonial with somebody and see if they're interested in that way. So sometimes what we look for in teaching people how to be the best communicators when it comes to sharing their story is how effective that testimonial is. How effective is your storytelling, so to speak? And it's not a story in that it's fiction. It should be something that's absolutely true. And I just remember back when I very first started building an organization many, many years ago, what inspired me and created a tremendous amount of enthusiasm in me was the possibility of creating significant income while working from home. And I hadn't earned that income yet because I was brand new and just getting started, but I was very clear that I was going to. And that I had found a vehicle and a way that I was going to generate significant income for myself and my family and be able to realize some of those dreams that I had. So when I started connecting with people and sharing with people what my story was or my enthusiasm, what was it all about, a good part of what I was sharing hadn't happened yet. It was what I was anticipating would happen, and that I wanted to put a team of people together who would go with me on that journey. Some people have tremendous product experiences with their products and they want to share that. Well, clearly, if you've had a phenomenal product experience, that's going to be something compelling that you want to share with other people. So regardless of what your point of the main point of your enthusiasm, regardless of where it comes from, I think it should just be really honest with what the truth is about what it is that you're either have experienced, what you're hoping to experience, and the intention that you're trying to build a team so that other people can have the same experience either that you've already had or one that you're hoping for. But one of the most important parts of that testimonial or sharing that story, sharing that enthusiasm, is making sure that when you do, you actually have the attention of the person that you're talking to. And sometimes I think we have a tendency to go on a little bit long in our enthusiasm. We might go from one subject to the next, and there's a lot of exciting things that we want to share, and we don't realize that we've been talking for 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes. And we think that because the person's still there, either on the phone or in front of us, we take that as they're very interested. But we have no idea. They could just be being polite. So when we share our testimonials, when we share our product experiences, our hope for the future, our income testimonials, whatever it is, a really good rule of thumb is to make sure that after about 2 or 3 minutes of sharing that you stop and you ask a question. That way you're making sure that you're engaging in an actual conversation with somebody. So a product experience is going to follow a really similar format. This is how I felt before, or this is how I looked before, or this is physically how I was before. I started using these products and now I feel this way. So it's a before the introduction, what happened during the introduction, and after, and what your life is like now. So that sequence and that formula really shouldn't take very long. It's just a few moments. The same thing holds true from a business perspective. You know, for me, many of you know the story that I share about when I first got involved with this industry. I had just the biggest dream in the world to take my children on a world-class vacation to Hawaii. And so when I was sharing my testimonial, that was a part of it, that I had a dream. I wanted to take my kids to a world-class vacation that they would never forget and create memories that would last a lifetime. Now I found a way that I was going to be able to accomplish that, and it wasn't through the job that I had. It was through this new income opportunity that I was going to be able to generate thousands and thousands of dollars in a relatively short period of time. So it was before, during and then after that I was going to be able to realize this dream with my family and my children. And I did. And that is the way you share your personal experience and your personal testimonial. It has to follow that same template before, during, and after, and you want to try and keep it to about 3 minutes or 4 minutes, the longest, before you stop and ask that person a question. The question may be as simple as, there something in your life that you'd like to change? Is there a dream or a goal that you've wanted that you kind of put on the back burner? These are kind of questions that you can actually engage somebody into your conversation. The other word that I like to use when you're sharing with somebody is, hopefully you feel so strongly about what it is that you're doing that you feel compelled to share that with another person. If I was on the receiving end of a phone call, or I bumped into somebody and they said to me, you know what, Lynda, I've just discovered something that really speaks so strongly to my heart. It's something that's impacting my life in a huge positive way. I feel compelled to share that with you. And I feel like I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't have a conversation with you about that. That kind of compelling conviction about what it is that you're doing is very contagious. And if you open yourself up and wear your heart on your sleeve a little bit, or like I like to say, open your mouth and your heart at the same time, what you're going to be doing is sharing that enthusiasm authentically, your personal story authentically, and your hope for the future authentically, especially if you put it in the context that it's information and it's something that's so powerful that it actually moves you. And I really encourage people to be honest. If you are nervous to talk to somebody, if you feel a little bit apprehensive, there's nothing wrong with saying, I normally wouldn't do this, but I'm pushing myself to go outside my comfort zone because it means so much to me and you mean so much to me that I feel compelled to share this with you. And if that's how you feel, then it's okay to say it. So that's it for today. Have a great one. And remember, open your mouth and your heart at the same time. And if this speaks to you in any way and you think it'll serve anyone on your team, please feel free to share it. Thanks, everybody.